So when I was 25, so whatever year that was, 04, 05-ish, something like that, I had, because I was big into martial arts, it's the Kickin Lawyer thing, right? So I've done martial arts my whole life. Anyway, I got requested, the start of it was the UFC was trying to legalize MMA, mixed martial arts, in Tennessee. So what they did is they hired this lobbyist, this lady, who came in and went to West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, and sort of tried to find out who sort of the experts were, the people with money, the players, to try to get this pushed through, right? And this was my first experience on sort of the back end of how legislation works and how the government works. Anyway, what they did was, I was brought in because they wanted me to help write the law. Now, this is pre-law school. I was a cop at the time, but I was an expert on mixed martial arts and knew about the rules all over, and I helped write the rules that were in the legislation. And they wanted me to testify in front of the House and Senate subcommittee, which I did, and Rampage Jackson, he was a friend of mine, Quentin Rampage Jackson, and we went together and testified. But prior to that, we were doing fundraising, and this lobbyist got us together for one of the first meetings we had. And I'll never forget this. I think I've told this story before, because when I went, I didn't know how this worked, and I knew there were going to be like senators, and state representatives and stuff there, and business owners they were trying to get money from, and potentially UFC people and fighters and whatnot. And I'm like a poor 25-year-old guy. So I had a buddy of mine come with me and had him be my guy, because I just assumed you had to have a guy, right? And I'll never forget, this guy's a big old dude, and he didn't have a white shirt, like a dress shirt. So he went to the Gap that was in the Peabody at the time and bought him this super tight white dress shirt. And it was hot, and he was sweating through it. He didn't have an undershirt. So me and him go, and we went to the fancy restaurant that was inside the I forget the name of the hotel, across from the FedEx Forum, real fancy. So we go in there, and I thought we had to buy the food. This is how poor I was. I thought we were going to have to pay for the bill ourselves. I didn't know they were covering it on this lobbyist ticket. And so we ordered salad, the split. So me and him split the salad. But anyway, this is all, I digress. The point was this. So we go there, there's state reps, there's House of Rep people, there was a couple of fighters, me, there was one other guy that was sort of in the know in MMA, mixed martial arts, and they took us, we ate, and then we went by limousine to a fight in Mississippi, because Mississippi had it legal, and there was a company, I think it was Elite XC, that was doing a show in Mississippi. So they put us up in a like a box. We were in there, they catering, drinks, whole deal, and the whole time this lobbyist is making her rounds, talking to everybody, whole deal, everybody's getting a little liquored up. And so, and all I wanted out of it was, I mean, it was good contacts, and I wanted MMA to be legal, and I thought maybe I could get on the athletic commission or something at some point and be an advisor or something. I didn't know. So what really got interesting, though, is on the way back to Memphis from this place, we were in the limousine, is now the lobbyist, everybody's getting liquored up real good, and she was literally going from person to person in the limo, like either one of the guys was a state rep, and he was twiddling her hair, and he'd just been talking about his family, like his wife and kids, and he's twiddling her hair and kind of kissing on her. And then there's another guy, she literally pulled an envelope of money out, cash, and gave it to him. I saw her give this senator money, right? State senator at the time. And I was like, then we get to the hotel, we all get off, and she comes up to me finally after making her rounds and is like, what do you need to get us support in this area in West Tennessee? And I was like, she's like, what do you want? In other words, offering if I wanted money or power or whatever. And I was like, I'm just trying. I thought this was to do what was good for everybody, you know. I said, the athletic commission. I said, and she's great. We'll get you on the athletic commission. Like that's what she was promising me to get this thing done. And so I didn't end up on the athletic commission, by the way. So I'm 25 and useless, you know, other than my knowledge of martial arts. So they ended up getting it passed through, and then I went later, it was a couple months later, I went to the House and Senate subcommittee, me and Rampage, and we did testify. And I was with him. He brought his belt. He was the light heavyweight champion at the time. Right. Testified in front of him. They all wanted to see the belt, and of course the bill passes. But that was my first taste of, I guess, real politics, potentially, you know, the way some of it works. I still like to think that a lot of our politicians are in it for the right reasons, or at least start in it for the right reasons. But it's just funny, that was state level, and I saw things, you know, going on that clearly I think weren't exactly ethical.